We've been trying to bring them to justice for years. We have all the evidence needed to bring them down on charges of retail fraud, but the courts have been no help. We needed to find another path to justice, so we built it. Feast your eyes on the Vigilante, a machine created with one express purpose: to kill a Best Buy PC. If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles. Well, here's our enemy. A cyber-powered PC featuring a Ryzen 5 5500, 16 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM, a 4 gigabyte RX 6500 XT, and a 1 terabyte NVMe SSD. Let me ask you, what price do you think is fair for that? Whatever number you picked, I'm sure it's several $100 less than the $779 Best Buy is asking. You'd think if it couldn't start Doom or Indiana Jones, it wouldn't be one of the featured display models. But they show no signs of shame. Just to prove my point, I put together a system with the same exact specs for $590 using all new parts. Only thing is, I don't have access to deals like system builders do. This thing is beautiful, but obsolete. Just like Windows Vista. But now it's time for a formal introduction. The Vigilante is running a Ryzen 5 5500 to 32 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM, an MSI B450 1 terabyte of NVMe storage, and an RTX 4060. All in, we spent $657.81. That makes it over $100 cheaper. Not the hero you may have built. Hell, not the hero I would have built in better circumstances. But you know what they say. And we have the hero we need. Starting off the benchmarks, we have Fortnite, which was a perfectly smooth and competitive experience, showing that the CPU that Best Buy went with is a perfectly adequate choice for esports gaming. At 1080p low with 100% resolution scale and epic view distance, we averaged 179 FPS with 85 and 39 1% and 0.1% lows. It's a good start. In Counter-Strike 2, like most modern CPUs will allow, we were flying. Unlike my gameplay, which was dying. At native 1080p medium settings, the 5500 got us to 191 average with 77 1% lows and 14.1% lows. The 0.1% low was mostly due to load-ins during the beginning and end of the match. The experience was otherwise smooth. Now presenting the first title that would care about your GPU. The system ran perfectly, which must explain why I played so well. Anyways, native 1080p medium settings, the Vigilante had average frame rates of 98, a 1% low of 50, and a 0.1% low of 27. Perhaps the Vigilante is a superhero after all. People familiar with Black Ops 6 recognize the weird performance position the game is in sometimes. It's an esports game with performance more akin to a AAA, similar to Marvel Rivals in that sense. Nevertheless, 127 average FPS is not bad at all. With upscaling or dropping to a lower setting, you probably could push to 144 FPS experience. Doom was a mixed bag. Early test results have shown this game enjoys, maybe even prefers, upscaling. We tested, like all of the titles, at native settings. Over the test run, we had a decent but undoom-like 46 FPS at native 1080p medium settings. Lows were a bit lowlier at 45 and 42. Oh yeah, it crashed too. Nice. Ah, the Doom Lagoon. As our resident AAA UE5-ish title, Oblivion Remastered may end up taking the new Crysis title away from Cyberpunk. Which does make it a faithful remaster, as I hear the original Oblivion brought the core duos of the day to their knees. Native 1080p with no upscaling, we saw a pretty decent average of 54, almost getting a console-like experience. 1% and 0.1% lows end up also having a decent showing in this game. Rounding out our benchmarks is one of the best games of the 2020s with Baldur's Gate 3. Gamers Nexus found the beginning sections of the game were among some of the most representative of the average experience. You may see a 10% or so reduction in the city of Baldur's Gate. Over our test run, we saw a 90 FPS average, meaning you can play through this turn-based game without any issues. We don't even have to look at the other machine to know this mission was a success. With the same CPU, but a better GPU, we outperformed the particularly heinous CyberPower PC Best Buy was trotting out. If I were to do this again, I would buy a 5600 for about $20 more, with a used GPU or the new 9060 XT 16GB. Which I will have a build with posted on the channel sometime soon. All in all, I think it's safe to say that justice has been served. If you like this video, please consider liking and subscribing. It means the world to me. My next goal is 1,000 subscribers. I also want to thank you all for your support. Next week, I have a $350 PC build that plays everything. You don't want to miss it. Many thanks again for all your support, and until next time, stay lucky.